This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Stay tuned until the end of the video to find out how you can make a swimmingly stunning website. Hello everybody, welcome to Mike's Mike. My name is suspiciously still Mike. And today we're doing something kind of world shaking. Yep, let me set the scene, okay? I was thinking about what video I wanted to make and I thought, hey, I want to talk about Sharktale, that crazy ocean-themed mafia movie containing several Angelina Jolie face card swipings and a Missy Elliott Christina collab. And then I remembered, oh, I've already done a Sharktale video. So then I went to go and find my Sharktale video so that I could watch it and giggle. Yes, I watch my own videos, and yes, it's because they're timeless. Imagine my reaction when I discover that I can't find my Sharktale video because it doesn't exist. What in the Mandela effect is going on here? So then I popped onto my TED Talk podium known as Instagram Story Create Mode, and I asked the people if I'd made a Sharktale video, and the responses were literally 50% yes, 50% no. So it seems like we're all experiencing some form of collective psychosis, which is fun, because famously we are all in this together. Now, after consulting the consultants, that's you guys, I've deduced that I've spoken about the Angelina Jolie Slayfish, and I've covered a bunch of DreamWorks movies and mentioned Sharktale in passing, but I haven't made a dedicated video. So here we are, the prophesized Sharktale video. Now, I recently made a video about the infamous animated rodent agenda, where there were multiple animated rodent movies released in a short period of time, and these were of course a marketing ploy by a big rodent. Like, yeah, we know that for a fact. In response to that, a lot of people have asked me to cover the penguin agenda, referring to the suspiciously close release of Happy Feet, Surf's Up, and Madagascar. And maybe I will do that at some point, but in focusing on Sharktale, I was reminded of the animated fish agenda of 0304. Because what do you mean two of the biggest animation studios both made animated fish movies one after the other? Disney, Pixar, and DreamWorks were just constantly at each other's throats in the 2000s. Like, wow. Ants versus A Bug's Life. Madagascar versus The Wild, but I mean, who watched The Wild? Raise your hand if you watched The Wild. In this entire arena, there's not one single hand. Yeah, it's true. I live in an arena. I record these videos in an arena. What you see is 1% of the arena that I live in. And Finding Nemo vs Sharktale, I just know their beef is crazy. And it is crazy. And I know that for a fact because I Googled it. The animation girls are non-stop fighting. It's treated like an episode of Bad Girls Club. To be honest, I kind of want to make a video about it. But we'll see how we go. I mean, if we're looking at Finding Nemo vs Sharktale, it's pretty much a Finding Nemo sweep. Box office about 3 times as big. Oscar winner versus Oscar nominee. Nemo this and Nemo that. Nemo, Nemo, Nemo. Well, you know what Nemo doesn't have? A mum. In the sense that, no, I just mean, no, Finding Nemo might have a lot of things, but it doesn't have the cast that Sharktale has. Will Smith, Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese, Jack Black, Renee Zellweger, Angelina Jolie. That's a category 5 gagging. And Christina Aguilera, Missy Elliott, the Pussycat Dolls, D12, JoJo, and Hans Zimmer on the soundtrack. That's a category 6 gagging. Let's get into it so I can talk about the world building. We start with the DreamWorks kid throwing his fishing rod into the ocean with a stressed worm attached. Absolutely love that shit. When the opening credits or logos are incorporated into the movie, tens across the board. Sharks start circling said stressed worm. And you know what? Maybe we're all a stressed worm on the fishhook of life. The Jaws theme song is playing. How did they get the rights to that? A shark comes up to eat the worm, opens his mouth and says, "Hi, I'm Lenny."
Hi, I'm Lenny.
It's Jack Black as an American-Italian mafia son shark. Yeah. Instead of eating it, Lenny frees the worm and his brother Frankie pops up.
Okay, buddy, you're free. Now escape. Go.
Lenny, what are you doing?
What?
The dynamic here is that their dad is a mafia boss. Frankie's a hard-ass shark looking to follow in his father's footsteps. And Lenny's a sweetie. Like, he's just a little sweetie shark.
Picking you some flowers.
He like a picket of flowers, right?
Hey, Mom said it's not okay to hit. Ah!
If you can't already tell, I'm absolutely loving this Italian representation. Frankie starts singing the Jaws theme song
Don't.
and says, "That's our theme song." Oh, so you've seen Jaws. Oh, so Jaws is canon in the Sharktale universe. Good to know. The sharks swim away and we pan down to the fish city, and I am absolutely loving this shit. Coral Cola, Fish King, Gup, Old Wavy, celebrating Tuna History Month. There's no one in the city because they're all hiding from the sharks, but Katie Current pops up with a live broadcast to tell everyone that the sharks are gone.
I'm Katie Current, keeping it current. The sharks are gone.
Don't worry.
Oh, so you have live broadcasts. Oh, so you have TVs. Now, Miss Katie Current, She has the tea always. You can count on her for the latest because she is the greatest. Also, a little piece of outrageous information for my Australian girls. In the Australian DVD version of Sharktale, Katie Current is voiced by Tracy Grimshaw.
Good morning, Southside Reef. I'm Katie Current, keeping it current.
Also, Miss Current's visuals with the hair, she's kind of giving... And who's going to clean your reef, Donald Trump? So everyone in the city comes out of hiding. There's people doing celebrity tours. Tuna Turner, Muscle Crowe, Jessica Shrimpson, Cod Stewart, Seal. Very good, very excellent. Prawn Shop, we sell quality stolen goods. I mean, hey, at least they're being honest. The grand opening of a sushi shop. Kinda horrifying, babe, but also obsessed with the implications of that. You're selling pieces of people's oomps on rice. Soggy rice, mind you, I don't know what's worse. Time to meet Will Smith Fish.
Hi, I'm Oscar.
This is Oscar, and he's swagged the fuck out. Snapback, glasses, necklace, it's all happening. He's got a 60-inch high-def flat-screen TV. A TV that works underwater. Yeah, and when will Samsung? Samsung found dead in a ditch. Oscar's running his mouth. He even says that he's got a CD player, a DVD player, and a PlayStation. Oh, so PlayStations are canon in the Sharktale universe. Write that down. Write that down. But Oscar doesn't actually have all that stuff.
Come on, shorties, why y'all messing with my fantasy?
He is a nobody that wants to be a somebody. He's manifesting, okay?
Shouldn't you kids be in school?
Shouldn't you be at work?
They kind of ended him, not gonna lie. So Oscar goes to work at the whale wash. Sykes whale wash, a whale of a wash, and the price, oh my gosh. And this is where we first hear Christina Aguilera and Missy Elliott singing Car Wash. But imagine how obsessed we are. Imagine how obsessed we are. This whale/car wash concept is just so perfect. They offer dorsal dressing, breath freshener. They've got eels zapping shit off the whales. This is called earning an honest living. Mind you, if I was a whale, this would piss me off.
Hey, headphone guy.
Get that shit off my teeth. Oh my god, time and place. And you did it at the whale wash. One of Oscar's colleagues is Angie, who is not the fish played by Angelina Jolie, which I think is an iconic switch up. No, this is Renee Zellweger fish.
Sykes whale wash, whale of a wash, and the price? Oh my gosh.
She's a working girl, she does her 9 to 5, she clocks in and she gets it done. She's got a bit of blue going on in her hair and she is obsessed with Oscar. Yes, Ashley Simpson, she's in love. Hello, 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 very. But he says that she's his best friend.
You're like my best friend.
Angie Nation in crisis talks. The owner of the whale wash is Martin Scorsese, aka Sykes. Martin Scorsese, I was not familiar with your game. I kind of need to meet him. Can we make that happen? Hello? Hello, Martin. Can we have a chat? Sometimes I'll come across stuff in pop culture and I'm like, how? Just how? The fact that there is an animated fish movie from 2004 that has Martin Scorsese in it and Pussycat Dolls on the soundtrack. It feels like those things should not intersect, and yet they do. Here's a sign of Sykes saying, if you don't come in Saturday, don't bother coming on Sunday. He's a hard ass, okay? He's a business owner. He's at a meeting at the Italian shark hideout, which is kind of giving Titanic wreck. Oh wait, it is the Titanic. There's the painting of Rose. A side implication of this is that it confirms that humans exist in the Sharktale universe. Don Lino, aka Robert De Niro Shark, is telling Sykes, it's a fish-eat-fish world.
You see, Sykes, it's a fish-eat-fish world.
True words have never been spoken.
My boys Lenny and Frankie are gonna be taking over duties of running the reef, capiche? But Sykes implies that Lenny can't run the reef because he's too much of a softy, so the big boss Don Lino kicks him out for coming for his son.
My Lenny is a killer, you hear me? A cold-blooded killer. Look at him.
Us sharks stick together, etc, etc. Capiche? Sounds like Sykes had some kind of alliance, like a little mafia alliance with the sharks, but now that's over because he can't shut his gigantic mouth, and Don Lino wants Sykes to start paying him for protection. It's bad for Sykes, not gonna lie. It's kind of giving pay to live. Sykes heads back to the car wash and gets his minions Ernie and Bernie to collect Oscar and bring him to his office.
Now snap your fin.
Oscar!
Oh, hey, don't sweat it, Sykes. A lot of white fish can't do it.
Oscar had been working a shift scrubbing a whale's tongue, and his colleague was listening to We Went As Far As We Felt Like Going by the Pussycat Dolls.
Stop your moaning, Oscar. It could be a lot worse, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
I'll give you some outrageous facts about that song at the end of the video. So Sykes is counting his dollars to pay the sharks for protection, and Oscar owes him money, so that means that Oscar now owes Don Lino money. It's a classic stitch up. Hey, I'm walking here.
I'm supposed to do that.
That's your problem.
Bring my 5,000 clams to the racetrack tomorrow or else.
Not the cash handover at the racetrack. Also, the money being clams is so stressful because aren't clams alive in this universe? You're kind of trading mollusk beings. So Oscar's talking to Angie about his 5,000 clams predicament and how he borrowed the money to try and start something and be somebody and get to the top of the reef. And Angie says,
What's wrong with down here?
and then she goes queen mode and says,
I want to be a somebody.
You don't have to live at the top of the reef to be a somebody.
Angie, let's go Angie Nation. Angie gives Oscar a pink pearl that her grandmother gave her so that he can sell it to get the clams to pay off Mr. Sykes. She's too good for him. She's doing inspirational quotes and donations. Now back to the Italian sharks. Don Lino's putting pressure on Lenny to be a killer.
I don't know how else to say this to you, Lenny. You see something, you kill it, you eat it, period. That's what sharks do.
You see something, you kill it, you eat it, period. That's what sharks do. I think that this is where Taylor Momsen got her inspiration to say, I'm your sister. It's what I do.
I'm your sister. It's what I do.
But see, while Frankie is a killer,
Your brother Frankie here, he's a killer. Go, Pop. Wipe your face.
Lenny is not. You gotta understand, when you look weak, it makes me look weak. I can't have that. Miss Aria, you're a killer, not Ezra's wife. So Don Lino's like, right, Lenny, that's it. I've had enough. Eat this very much alive and pleading shrimp right in front of me.
My sister had a baby, and I took it over because she passed away.
But instead of eating the shrimp, he lets it escape.
Get out of here. You're free now. Go on, go.
He's vegetarian, and his mafia dad just doesn't understand that. I'm a vegetarian, and I'm not fucking scared of him. I'm a vegetarian, and I'm not fucking scared of him. So Oscar's at the racetrack to hand over the money.
Carrying a big old envelope full of money. Give it to Mr. Sykes.
5,000 clams in that envelope. Don't piss me off. Also, envelopes underwater. He overhears two punters talking about how the next race is rigged, and he puts the money, Angie's money, on this flop seahorse paying 200 to 1. 200 to 1, 5,000 clams, he's going to be a millionaire. And as he's saying that he's going to be a millionaire,
Well, I guess that makes me Oscar the millionaire.
Angelina Jolie Fish overhears.
The millionaire.
She's like, oh, he's got money. Let me do my little dancey dance.
Nice bag.
So Miss Lola, why did they have to make the fish so snatched? Her face card is insane. She doesn't carry cash because she doesn't need it. She pays with face card. Face card, no cash, no credit. And can we get some commotion for the hair too? Like, wow. Lola figures that Oscar must be loaded if he's doing these risky bets. So she's like, hey, rich man, hey. He is so gagged that she's talking to him. She would be in his Hinge Rose jail. So he can't believe this is happening. Hinge Rose jail, don't piss me off. Match LLC, when I get you. While Oscar's trying to sneak into the VAF section with Lola, yes, VAF, very important fish, Sykes turns up like, Moms better have my money.
Oscar, and I was starting to think you skipped out on me.
Sykes!
And he finds out that Oscar bet it all on this flop fish and he's proper fuming.
You had the
$5,000.
money to pay me back and you bet it anyway?
Hold up.
Give me that.
After this commotion, Lola's like, oh, so you're a poor nobody. Ew, get away from me.
Wait, Lola, come back. I'm not a nobody.
Yes, I'm wondering how the sauce is staying on the hot dog like that. And yes, I'm wondering how they have access to hot dogs in the first place. And yes, I'm wondering how they cooked them. The flop 201 seahorse loses. Sykes goes mafia mode and wants Ernie and Bernie to dispose of Oscar. Here's the equivalent of them putting him in the boot of a car.
Sorry, kid. It's nothing personal.
It's just business. Don Lino has instructed Frankie to take Lenny out to learn the ropes.
Bit a bit, bit about this, that, the other, then how you doing? Boom, forget about it, you're dead.
Forget about it, you're dead. So Ernie and Bernie are torturing Oscar when Frankie and Lenny turn up and Frankie wants Lenny to eat Oscar. But he can't do it, he's not a killer. Miss Aria, you're not a killer, you are Ezra's wife. He unties Oscar so he can get away and Frankie chases after him.
That's it, I've had it up to here.
Oh, get your boy! Get your boy!
But then an anchor lands on Frankie and kills him.
I'm so cold. That's just because we're cold-blooded.
Because Lenny took the anchor off Frankie and threw it far away and swam off crying.
No!
When Ernie and Bernie come back, it looks like Oscar single-handedly defeated this huge shark. And thus begins the lie. He's running his mouth far and wide. He's telling everyone how he killed this shark. He's on the news with Miss Katie Current saying he's the new protector of the reef and
Any shark try to mess around in Oscar Town is going down!
Lola's seeing this on the big screen like, oh, Oscar? Sleazy Sykes is trying to get a piece of this fame and fortune and makes himself Oscar's manager.
Any further questions will be fielded by me. You're slaying him.
No, he's slaying sharks.
Me when I'm slaying sharks? So now Oscar is Oscar the Shark Slayer. We get this absolutely genius transition.
Any shark tries to bother this reef, it's his funeral.
Also more Titanic evidence for the non-believers watching. At Frankie's funeral, there's a shark priest starting a prayer in Italian. Oh, so you guys have organized religion down there. Now the sharks are shaken by Frankie's death. Not only was a shark killed, but it was Don Lino's son. This shark Giuseppe is saying, may whoever did this die 1,000 deaths. Giuseppe the shark. Hell yeah! Can we quickly have a look at this tea pouring sequence?
Oh, Lenny.
Don't worry, boss.
I said some things to him. We gotta find him.
I'm giggling. This is so silly. So Don Lino et al. Are talking about how they need to find Lenny, but little do they know that Lenny overheard them roasting him. Don Lino gets intel that there's a shark slayer boasting about killing a shark over in the Southside Reef. Meanwhile, Oscar the Shark Slayer is living large. He's on the cover of FQ with Lobster Jones and the Salmon vs. Calamari full story. October-November issue. Oh, so you can track months down there. And, oh, you can print magazines and you can read them. Oh, and you can scan barcodes? He's living in the penthouse. He's top of the reef, all because of a lie. Side note, why do they even have apartments? Or penthouses or elevators? If you wanted to go to the penthouse so bad, why not just swim up there? I'm just saying. Angie tells Oscar how proud of him she is, and she is so head over heels for him. Like, girl, know your worth. She thinks he's about to propose to her when he's just giving her back her grandmother's pearl. Gold digger Lola pulls up to the penthouse like, hey, Oscar. Hey, Oscar. Who was a nobody and is now a somebody. Hey, you think I'm pretty, yeah? You think I'm gorgeous and stunning, yeah? Check the face card. Give me a call if you ever get rich. I could be one of your fish. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god.
Best friend. Oh, that's sweet. Look who's a somebody after all.
And then, drama. Pound the alarm, Nicki Minaj. There's sharks at the edge of the reef. Lucky they've got Oscar the Shark Slayer to protect them. He reluctantly goes out to suss the situation and runs into Lenny. Lenny wants to go home with Oscar since he doesn't have a home anymore. He definitely does have a home in the Titanic, but he overheard his dad dragging him, so he feels like a flop. Oscar says, oh, absolutely not. You need to go home to your home that you live at your home. But then Lenny finds out that Oscar is this self-proclaimed shark slayer and says, take me with you or I'll expose your shit and end you. I'll tell everyone how you didn't do shit. So Oscar's like, ugh, fine, come and live in the whale wash garage. Lenny also tells Oscar that he's vegetarian, so Oscar doesn't need to worry about getting eaten.
I'm not gonna eat anyone. In case you haven't noticed, I'm different from the other sharks.
A vegetarian shark? That is so fashion forward. The way they talk about Lenny's vegetarianism is very queer coded.
Okay, I will tell you. I'm a vegetarian.
What's going on?
You're the first fish I ever told. I'm so tired of keeping it all a secret. What's wrong with me?
Oscar finds out that Lenny's dad is Don Lino.
Was he the Godfather or something?
Yeah.
What you mean, yeah?
Yeah, he is.
Which means he killed Don Lino's son. Very bad enemy to have. He's coming for you. Angie discovers Lenny in the whale wash garage, and she's mad as hell that Oscar lied to her.
How could you lie to me, Oscar? Me!
Don't take it personally. Come on, I lied to everybody.
Oh, that's not... He sucks. Angie immediately has a full 360 understanding of the situation because she has an all-access queen card. You thought you could take credit for killing a shark and not expect them to come after you? Well, yes. He's so stupid. Oscar and Lenny come up with a plan. Oscar needs to slay a shark and Lenny needs to disappear. Perfect. Let's stage a Super Smash Bros-esque battle where you kill me and then I can swim away to anonymity. Yes, that's iconic and funny and amazing and referential. But does that mean they can watch movies down there? How? How do you have electricity down there at all? Lenny's feeling a bit about the fact that the fake battle involves literally everyone wanting him dead, but he goes along with it anyway.
They are going crazy, man. They love us.
They love you. They hate me.
Don Lino's minions turn up just in time to see Oscar kill Lenny. Come on, stunt. Come on, WWE. After Oscar wins, opportunistic platinum face card holder Lola turns up and pashes him on Katie Current's live feed, and Angie is heartbroken. It's the ultimate face card versus queen card battle. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Queen's Edition. This Lola romance shit is everywhere Angie turns, including in this newspaper she's reading. What is that magazine made of? How can you read? Also looks like the headline story is about Oscar killing Lenny and is titled Sharktale. See what they did there? Post Emmy Award-winning dying performance, Lenny is painting himself blue so that he can live a secret double life as Sebastian the Dolphin. Angie tells Oscar that Lolo's only with him because he's rich and famous now, and they have this big fight.
Would she love you if you were nobody?
Nobody loved me when I was nobody.
I did.
Not the emotional climax. I'm obviously team Angie, and the divorce, don't get it twisted. Oscar would be nothing without Angie.
Now you're nothing but a fake, a sham, a con. You're a joke.
She ended him. How is she crying though? Don't piss me off. So now Oscar feels like shit. Is the fame and fortune worth it? Worth lying about literally everything? Worth pissing off 22-time Queen Card of the Year winner Angie? Lolo's like, don't worry about that flop. She's a nobody, who cares? And Oscar's like, no, that's oomph. You're a snake with a platinum face card and we're over.
You know what? I don't think this is gonna work out.
Wait, are you dumping me?
Yup.
Let me explain something to you.
Whoa. Sorry, Miss Lola. I was not familiar with your game. Oscar has realized that he's in love with Angie and he wants to tell her with chocolates and balloons. Oh. So you have balloons down there. You've got air for balloons down there? So he goes to the whale wash to find her, famously the whale wash, a whale of a wash, and the price, oh my gosh. But she's not there. A call comes in for Oscar. Don Lino has Angie and wants to have a sit down with the Shark Slayer.
Be there if you don't want to see her sleeping with the fishes, the dead ones.
Oh shit, let's go. Oscar and Lenny tell Sykes that the whole thing's a sham, and Martin Scorsese's like, well shit, I'm done for. Because I've been running my mouth to my ex-mafia boss about how you killed his son. So Lenny, Oscar, and Sykes go to this sit-down.
So, this is the Shark Slayer. I feel like we're practically family.
The music in the background. I feel like we're practically family.
You know who I am? I'm the Don, the boss.
Don Lino pulls out Angie on a platter, and Oscar's like, psh, I barely know her. I don't need to save her. Like, this means nothing to me. Like, I don't know her. But then Lola turns up saying, I think he's bluffing. Girl, what are you doing? You're so petty that you put yourself in the worst danger possible just to start shit. I have to respect it.
There's only one thing I like better than money. Revenge.
I'm in love.
Oscar gets Lenny, aka Dolphin Sebastian, to eat Angie off the platter and basically store her in his mouth. But remember, Lenny is famously vegetarian. So while Oscar's running his mouth trying to intimidate all the sharks, Lenny throws up across the table. Don Lino realizes that Sebastian is Lenny, but what are you doing with this clown? He's mad as hell and tries to kill Oscar.
You took Frankie away and you turned Lenny into a dolphin. I'm gonna get you.
But gets stuck in a porthole, and the shrimp that he tried to get Lenny to eat come over and torture him.
Well, say hello to my little friends.
The chase continues to the whale wash, and Oscar manages to trap Don Lino in the cleaner thing. Mother Katie Current pops up like, wow, hey people, he's done it again. But Oscar's had enough, and he comes clean and tells everyone, I lied. I lied. I am not a real shark slayer. Frankie was killed by an anchor, a news anchor. Yeah, you know who you are. You're hella wrong for what you did. Don Lino's like, well, why did you run away, Lenny? And Lenny's like, well, you wanted me to be like Frankie, and I'm never gonna be that.
So your son likes kelp. So his best friend's a fish. So he likes to dress like a dolphin. So what?
So Don Lino and Lenny make up. Oscar also apologizes to Angie and strikes up a peace between the sharks and the reef.
We cool, right?
We're cool.
So? What now? Oscar's lost everything that he lied so hard to achieve. Well, he's become business partners with Sykes and opened Sykes and Oscar's whale wash and gets Missy Elliott and Christina to perform at the opening.
Yo, Christina! Missy!
Gag! The last song we hear during the credits is We Went As Far As We Felt Like Going by the Pussycat Dolls.
We went as far as we felt like going.
I'm highlighting this because A, it's one of my favorite Pussycat Dolls songs. I love it when they get a little bit jazzy and show-tuney. B, it's actually a cover of a 1975 song by a group called LaBelle, who also made Lady Marmalade. And C, it's apparently the very first song that the Pussycat Dolls recorded together as a group. Is that not an insane pop culture cross-section? Also, the soundtrack in general is so wild. There are a bunch of other songs recorded just for the movie, such as Lies and Rumors by D12.
When I was a young, jumping in the sea, you could see all the bigger fish picking on me.
And Good Foot by Justin Timberlake and Timberland. All fantastic. So now we can confidently say that a Mike's Mike Sharktale video exists. And thank God for that, right? If you enjoyed this, you might enjoy my Gossip Girl Season 3 video, which I uploaded last week. It's a good one for sure. Thank you all for watching. Now let's hear from this video's sponsor, Squarespace. Yes! Squarespace gives people a powerful and stylish online platform from which you can build your own swimmingly stunning website. Squarespace has heaps of professional website templates that are not only super clean and basically fit every use case, but you can also customize the look, update content, and add features to really make your site stand out. Some of those use cases I mentioned might involve an online store. You can use Squarespace to sell your products, whether they're physical, digital, or service products. And you can also implement features like real-time shipping rates to make your customers' experience the best it can be. Or maybe you want to engage with your audience more directly through Squarespace email campaigns. You can send welcome emails, send discount codes, keep them updated on everything, and then use the built-in analytics to see what people are responding to. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/MikesMike, MIKESMIC, to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. I'm working at the car wash.